Base Japan. I will admit that I absolutely did do this with AI, but given the amount of beating that I had to put the AI through, yeah. Also, I didn't notice it before, but there's definitely a crucifix in here. Well, a cross, anyway. Yeah, it do be like that. So, from, we'll move this over here, from our Base Japan department, we have a few things today. We'll start with this. From RX99992, conservative white people are friendly toward Japanese folks, but these self-proclaimed anti-discrimination liberal white folks casually look down on Japanese people. What the hell is that? Shouldn't it be the other way around normally? Yeah, leftists are just no good. It's true. Gun Gnome responds, conservative white people are actually not racist. They just treat people how they deserve to be treated, instead of treating them like sweet, innocent babies that need to be coddled and given special privileges because of their perceived victimhood. Yeah, the problem with that perceived victimhood is that it's actually in and of itself racist, because one has to assume that the other race is less capable. Funny thing about white people, we treat everybody as if they're equal. If you're conservative. On the other hand, if you're liberal, for lack of a better word, progressive might be a better choice, you tend to see that people who are not your skin color are lesser than you. You know, when you have a governor who says, or a government official who says things like, black people don't know how to use a computer. The blue hair people are always bad. Does not matter what country or where they go, they're always jerks. True. Once again, the meme that is worth 1,000 words on this topic. Text in image left to right. Ah, okay, this is somebody putting in things to allow the Japanese to have it translated. Her, I'm anti-racist. Oops. Her friends. Yeah. Him, I'm racist. His friends. Yeah, absolutely true. From Jabron Nemo Jab. The left wing consists of two-faced people, and you cannot trust the left wing. Listen to Yuri Bezmenov. Always listen to Uncle Yuri. Uncle Yuri knew what he was talking about. Tech Shooter 762. Leftists don't really like minorities. They believe that only they can save them. Savior complexes, messianic complex is part of it, yes. Which in turn makes them feel superior to those same minorities. From the Washington Post, white liberals dumb themselves down when they speak to black people. Okay. One of my favorite memes. Well, at least in Japan they'd understand me. No. This guy is wondering two things. One, what the fuck happened to you, bro? And two, why the fuck would you take your pillow waifu out in public? I mean, this guy's face just says it all. They do it here in the US as well. Yeah. One of the things I've really enjoyed about the new auto-translated Japanese Twitter, they're at least as based as anybody in the West can get. And several of them have pointed out that they can say things that we can't. And that in light of that fact, they should, to help support us. And I'm absolutely here for the Japanese, North American, Japanese, Western cooperation. Translate post. Don't expect logical or moral consistency from... Oh, okay, you're letting your political label get in there, but okay. Words are just tools to use against us. This is true. Stop communism. Also true. It's everybody's job. Was FDR a Democrat? Yes, FDR was a Democrat, full stop. And who interred the Japanese Americans? FDR did. He signed Executive Order 9066. Yeah, Order 66. In 1942, rounded up over 100,000 Japanese Americans into internment camps. Total shit show. We apologize for them. I don't apologize for them, JD. Fuck them people. Also, JD Delay is a damn good follow. I thought I was following him. Patron saint of sketchy comebacks. Yeah, that's a good call. They are embarrassing. We don't like our white liberals either. If you have any use for them, we're totally open for trades. Maybe you could take them. We could take your trash and refuse. No, let's not trade garbage. How about we all get together, pick a landfill area somewhere in, I don't know, West Africa, and just dump them all there. Let's see. Conservatives' jokes are funny. It's true. But the condescending enlightenment from liberal, progressive, white people is infuriating to the point of death. Let's see. Appalachian says there are two types of racism. Hard racism, like the Klan or neo-Nazis. In other words, things that don't actually exist. And soft racism, like white liberals who think everyone else is too stupid and helpless to do anything without them to hold their hand and do it for them. Yeah. This one caught my attention. I've never heard of pork water, but now that I discovered that the Japanese apparently boil their rice in it, I desperately want to visit Tokyo. We'll pause this here. This is from Haruka Awake. A Muslim lady from the UK explains, Japan is overrated. I don't like it because it's not Muslim friendly. Their rice is boiled in pork water. I don't know if that's actually true, but if it is, even if it isn't for that matter, just fucking perpetuate that myth. Keep them out, whatever it takes. Actually, one of the best things about Japan is exactly that. We're not Muslim friendly. Too bad for you. Yeah, she's also not much of a Muslim considering she's wearing this bonnet, but not actually covering her hair with it.
What's your take?
We should de-influence people from going to Japan. It's not that great. I feel like people gas Japan way too much.
What? I 100% disagree with that. What are you talking about?
Okay, first of all, I feel like Japan is definitely not Muslim friendly.
Good.
Like, at all.
I don't like it just because it's not halal friendly.
Okay, I think food is like one of the biggest reasons why you go to a certain country, no?
So, you supported the British Empire. Without realizing it, this woman now supports the British Empire's colonialization efforts.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly, 7-Elevens, banging.
no, stop.
7-Eleven. Yeah, if I go to Tokyo, the first place I'm going is McDonald's. Come on, dude. Right? Or straight to 7-Eleven. Dear God.
I'm lying. 7-Eleven gets tired after 2 days. Wallah. You're telling me we're
Voila. Yeah, okay, so you're not actually Muslim, sweetheart. You just like playing the game. That's a beautiful screenshot. You just like playing the game.
having sushi, yeah?
Sushi. Raw fish. Is that prescribed in Islam?
Sushi. It's supposed to be seafood, yeah?
Yeah, it's fish.
And I'm asking the lady, oh, is there pork in it? I even asked for bants, yeah? Everyone's telling me, oh, no, there's no pork, there's no... I asked for bants. And she tells me, oh, yeah, like the rice is boiled in pork water.
I don't know who this Japanese lady is. She's one of my favorite shit disturbers. She probably just lied her ass off to drive that muzzy away.
What the fuck is pork water?
What's your take?
We should de-influence people from going to Japan. It's not...
Better question, sweetheart. Did you still eat the fucking sushi? Yeah, I did have to respond. Not gonna lie, bacon-flavored rice sounds nice. Yeah. I love Japan, says Kangman. Yep. I feel like I'd love Japan. I don't even eat meat or fish, and that would be a hassle for me, but still. I suspect you'd have a far easier time finding good vegetarian meals in Japan. It is the land that created tofu. Can't even say that word. Deport them all. Japan should ban halal. Absolutely, John. Stop being so fucking Islamophobic. It's so disgusting. No. This is the proper response. Also, 591 responses. Some of these are going to be brutal, I'm sure. Thank God you only represent a very small, hateful, immoral, unethical, inhumane minority of Japanese people. 1 second. There we go. Let's see. Stop being so Muslim, it's offensive. Stop breathing, motherfucker. Really? That's the best you got, hey? Rabbi Chatila. Okay, sure. Okay, Rabbi. You're not accused... What? Excuse me, the term Islamophobia is being hijacked by the likes of you to shut down all conversation about the... Islamophobia is bullshit. Nobody is irrationally afraid of Muslims. And actually, it's if you're going to go with Islamophobia, it would be the irrational fear of the Muslim religion. I don't have an irrational fear of the Muslim religion. I have I guess I'd have to call it Muslimomizia. I find Muslims disgusting. Sorry, I find your religion disgusting. I'm an atheist. I find quite a few religions disgusting. I find quite a lot of the religious people occasionally disgusting and obscene. It is what it is. The number one cause of Islamophobia is the behavior of Muslims. Yep. I don't know if Hitchens actually ever said that, but if he did, yeah, sounds about right. Oh, hang on. We have a Hitch clip. It's a minute long, but we'll watch it anyway.
As a Sufi Muslim, I'm very ruffled by the title of your book. Did you have to settle for the literal negation of Allahu Akbar?
Yes. I thought so. Thank you for that. Thank you. At the moment, it's very clear to me the most toxic form that religion takes is the Islamic form. The horrible idea of...
This is talking about the title of his book, God is Not Great.
Wanting to end up with Sharia, the state of religious law, and that the best means of getting there is jihad, holy war, and that Muslims have a special right to feel aggrieved enough to demand this, I think is absolute obscene wickedness, and I think their religion is nonsense. God speaks to some illiterate merchant warlord in Arabia, and it contains the answers to all human... Don't waste my time. It's bullshit.
Yeah. Fuck you and Islam. May every one of you choke on a piece of delicious bacon. That's not right. Don't waste the bacon on the Muslims. For those of you offended by my bacon posts, yeah. Halal, haram, yeah. I'm a proud Islamophobe. I'm not a phobe. I have mizya, not phobia. Hates Jews, Christians, atheists, gays, dogs, bacon, wine, beer, your civilization, your culture, your traditions, your country, your people, and you personally. Complains about Islamophobia. The Japanese have the right idea of how to deal with Muslim scum. Honestly, I think that lady, it's not as... Yeah, it's Islamomizia. There you go. Get the correct Greek suffix if you're going to use it. Amen. A groundbreaking new study finds Islamophobia may be partially caused by Muslims killing people all the time. This is Vlad. He knew exactly what to do about Muslim invaders. Yes. Yes, Cousin Vlad had the right idea. Bad neighbors make great fences. And continuing with our Base Japan segment. I've gained more followers from overseas. This is Zunda Motisuki, who I just followed this morning. I've gained more followers from overseas, so here's a question for people abroad again. Are left-wing activists, Peyoku, also disliked overseas? And I said, intensely. I did actually ask Grok what the term Peyoku meant, but I'm guessing it didn't show up in my responses. Okay, we'll worry about that later. Yes, they are intensely disliked. You have no idea the level of disdain we feel. Dislike them very much. We can't stand them. Left-wing activists are brain-dead, brainwashed, knowledge-shallow Redditards. That's a good way to put it. That's Lord Liquid Swan. The Alabastard. Yes, we hate them. We cannot stand them. They're the worst crybaby, cry-bully type of person. Says Meme Bastard. Absolutely. Free speech for everyone, 2016. Imagine if the roles were reversed, 2020. Arrest every leftist, 2025. Yeah, this is getting worse little by little, too. Yeah, it is, but it is what it is. Not all leftists are disliked. True. They seem way too out of touch with reality. Absolutely correct. We can't stand leftists over here. We align on value from across the sea. This is true as well. Yeah. To say you have a claim to my property is to say you have a claim to the labor I perform to obtain it. To say you have a claim to my labor is to say that I am your slave. This is why capitalists are so defensive of their property. Okay, I don't think I would have stopped there. I think I would have gone, thou shalt not suffer a slaver to live. I'm not Christian, but I'm pretty fucking mean about slavery. From Thomas Sowell, many on the political left are so entranced by the beauty of their vision that they cannot see the ugly reality they are creating. It's true. Of course they are. Would you like a pack of ravenous psycho zombies in your backyard? I can't take credit for this image, but it pretty much sums it up. What are we looking at here? No, never mind. Nobody likes our retarded left either, yeah. NIH looking for candidates to study the mental illness of white liberal women. No, not doing that. Excuse me. I was thinking about this earlier. Is Peyoku the Japanese equivalent to the Chinese term Baizuo? That's a good question, actually. Hang on. Does the term Peioku in Japanese mean? And I did actually spit on my computer. Whoopsie. Peioku is a derogatory Japanese internet slang term, I love you Japan so much, used to mock extreme left-wingers or net leftists, functioning as a pejorative equivalent to terms like libtard in English. So, the word is a blend of seioku, left-wing, and the cutesy onomatopoeic prefix, peia, often employed to characterize these individuals as over-the-top foolish or nutjob activists. So somebody who is extremely flamboyant would be described as peia, I guess. Frequently used interchangeably with netosayo. Context. The term is purely ideological, does not refer to race or ethnicity. Primarily found in online discussions and social media to dismiss or ridicule those perceived as radical leftists. Nice. So, peioku. And the katakana for it is quite pretty, actually. Let me grab this and bring it over so you guys can see it. I think we're done with that set of responses here now. So the term peioku is katakana that way. That's fairly simple for katakana. I do apologize for having to squint, but I think I need my eyes checked. My vision's getting a little bad. Okay, we can close the Base Japan. Are we done with Base Japan? We are not done with Base Japan. We have one more thing for Base Japan. This is unbelievably irritating. Let me pause this here. Actually, I'll let it play while I'm talking, but I'll turn the volume down. Just to show you what you're looking at here. Yeah. It's time to let go of outdated manners. And a foreign influencer who posted a video of blasting loud music inside a Japanese train. It seems to have been filmed next to the priority seats, but with zero consideration for people with health issues or those with sound sensitivity. In Shibuya, they occupy crosswalks, gather to make only nuisance videos, and have gained over 1 million followers. Yeah. And he's acting like he's apologetic, but he's not shutting off the music. And I did respond, people who do this are simply low-class, ill-mannered trash. They are universally despised. The memeing of Zents says, lock them up, or more will come. Throw them out is better. And keep the rest out. It's called peace dulled. If something absolutely outrageous happened in Tokyo once, Japanese people's thinking would change too, you know. I suppose so. In Latam, we have this. I don't know where Latam is, don't much care. As long as you continue to be soft on them, they will continue to do this. Letting Johnny Somali leave without adequate punishment was a mistake. You rang the dinner bell. I just returned from Japan, says William A. Burns Jr., and I found the actions of many foreigners to be quite disgusting. Their lack of respect for the Japanese culture and norms was reprehensible to me. Now, I'll pause this here, and I will point two things out. There is the sympathetic, understanding approach, which is, okay, you know, they're foreigners. Maybe they simply don't understand Japanese culture and social behavior. Just fine. Though, if they're not going out of their way to cause a problem, then someone should take them aside and say, listen, this is how it's done here. Try to behave that way. When in Rome, act as the Romans do, I think is the completion of that old adage. But, sorry, I'm just seeing the next thing I have to talk about, and it's disgusting. But you have the opposite side as well. You have the intentional shit kickers, the guys who go over there simply to stir the pot, cause problems, and use it for internet clout. I would not have been disturbed if someone had walked up and kicked a hole in his speaker. The issue here, someone mentioned, this fellow mentioned sound sensitivity. Okay, some people have very sensitive hearing. I happen to be one of them. I generally have very sensitive hearing. And I'm always careful to, well, I have sensitive hearing, but it's getting narrower in range as I get older. It's the hazards of listening to very heavy bass music when I was a kid. But you have two kinds of people. You have the ones who simply don't know and the ones who don't care. The ones who don't care, they gotta go. The ones who don't know if they can be educated and behave properly, they should stay. Or at least be allowed to stay for the duration of their visit. Yeah. Okay, we're done.